Welcome to the Original Fighter's Voice. I'm your host, Don Mcguire. This is the BYB edition, as you see in front of me, the one and only Uly the Monster Diaz. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great, brother. I appreciate the opportunity, Don. How you doing, man?
Ah, man, just like I told you, just spent the whole day at the hospital with my son because he's got to go through this IV infusion. But most importantly, man, I got you on the show. I apologize for screwing up the time. I went back and I looked. It said 7:30, and you know how when you get caught up in those moments, you just rush, rush, rush.
It's
But
all good,
bro,
brother. It's been a busy day for both of us, so it's no, it's all right, brother.
what the crazy thing is when Mike asked me to do some of these interviews, and I, the first person I asked for was you.
Appreciate it.
But being a Cuban immigrant and coming over here, what was the hardest part of the beginning of Woolie's walk?
I was born in Miami, man. My parents got here right before I was born, so I was lucky enough to be born an American. But I still had the same struggles, man. Because my mom and father were immigrants. I never met my dad. I grew up with a single mom, and times were tough, brother. As tough as they are for anybody with a single mom coming up on their own, immigrants trying to figure it out, and thank God she made a way, brother.
Yeah, thank God she made a way, because you and your mother were best friends. That's the most incredible part about it is, and I grew up in life not even knowing my mother, but at least you got that opportunity. One thing that amazes me about you, and you always bring this up, and I think it's very influential in this sport. You say from 185 to heavyweight, I don't care who you are, bring it. What has the monster saying that as he steps into BYB?
Um, you know what, man? I have a great opportunity with BYB. Um, I've always fought 175, 185. I walk around maybe like 205, 210 on a day when I eat a lot. But you know what? I'm 42 years old. I'm getting, my window of opportunity is small, and it's closing as we speak. So I want to take full advantage of this BYB opportunity that I have that Mike gave me, and I love the whole BYB team from Greg Bloom to Mike to everybody behind the scenes. And like I said, I just want to take this time. I want to take this opportunity. I have a three-fight deal. I wanna I wanna do what I do in the 185 for the 3-5 deal. And if everything goes according to plan as it should, as I have in my head that it's gonna be, I'm gonna start stepping up, man. I'm gonna when I retire from fighting, whenever that is, I'm not sure when it is, but whenever it is, I want to make sure that I did everything and I fought, all the big names and heavyweight, man. Everybody loves to see the heavyweight fights.
Yeah. Now, as a young man, you got put in prison for a couple of years due to bare knuckle fighting. How does a young man go from being on the streets, being a bare knuckle fighter, going serving a couple of years in prison, and come out and then end up a 14-1 boxer, bro? What took you off the path of boxing?
You know what? I'm still with boxing. I still love boxing, man. Boxing's always been I like to call it my first love because I started as a kid, but when I came out of prison, Don, I was still running the streets. I was still bullshitting, man, for lack of a better word, and I was just sick of my own shit, man. And I turned back to boxing. I had done amateurs as a young man, and then I went to prison, and I was like, you know what? After all this time, I go, you know what? Let me get back to the roots and see if I can make something happen to this. At first, honestly, it was just like a bucket list thing. I want to take a
Yeah.
professional fight, say I did it, and man, as soon as I got that first win by knockout, it was like a rush of like the biggest high, the biggest rush I've ever had in my life. I said I got to do something with this. Everybody was proud of me. More importantly, my kids and my mom were proud of me. So I'm like, you know what? I got to do something like this, man. And I kept it going. I found out what hard work is. I have a great team behind me at Fifth Street Gym down here in Miami, and you know what? We're going into year number 8, man, and we've been kicking ass.
That's tremendous. You go back to Benedetto. A lot of people say that was a 3-second fight. I watched it, bro. I'll be honest with you. He was out as soon as you hit him, so you could pretty much say that it took the time for him to fall. He
Right.
was out on his feet. What did that moment feel like for you, Uli? Because it was your first opportunity in bare knuckle as far as a promotion was concerned, not on the street or in the back alley.
Right.
But what was it? What did it feel like for you to go out there in less than 3 seconds, just destroy your opponent?
Man, listen, that was another one of the biggest rushes in life I've ever had, brother. It was my moment, man. You know, I had studied my opponent, I studied Benedetto. I seen what his bad habits were, and I took full advantage of it, and it worked to a T, man. And I landed that punch, and it was heard around the world, man. The very next day, I had calls from anywhere you could name, man, from France to Japan to everywhere, man. They were calling me, and my name started ringing bells. And always, no matter what you're doing, whether you're a writer, whether you're a fighter, whether you're a mechanic, you're always wondering what day is gonna be your days, and you want to leave. Everybody wants to leave a legacy behind, and I got to do it on that day, man. My name was cemented in history with that punch.
Well, I think you were cemented a little bit before that, bro, in the boxing world, but because I've been in boxing for 40 years and I'm just now getting my just for boxing. But what does it mean for you now to be on January 18th to step into Pembroke Pines, Florida, and show up for BYB and Mike Vasquez and the whole crew?
I'm super excited for it, man. I mean, it's a new deal I signed with them. It's it's uh it's something I've been looking forward to. Like as like and we know and I know as well. We talked about this. Mike and the whole BYB team is those are guys of their word, and we've been talking for a long time. We finally put the pen to the paper, and it's awesome. And my first fight's right here in my backyard, and I'm super excited to help BYB get off the. They're already off the ground, but I want to make it a household name.
And I think you'll do that. One thing I did watch your interview this morning with Planet Hank, and a lot of people are now giving BYB claim after BYB in Denver, and that was one of the best shows that BYB's done yet. But you know what? That wasn't, we built this promotion. Mike, Greg, Mel, everybody that is part of this promotion strategically built this promotion. People from BKFC are saying, oh, now BYB's finally catching up to us. No, we strategically built this promotion to pop off at a certain time. And now the world is starting to see the fruits of Mike Vasquez and everybody's labor. Mel, our matchmaker, puts in a hell of a lot of time to build tremendous fights. Yeah, was December 2nd, BYB 22, one of the greatest fights thus far in BYB history? You bet. But they're just going to keep rolling out. That's why I'm so excited for you to be on this card in Florida. You know, you and two other signings are going to be the blood, the heart that just pumps the blood in this promotion. How does it feel knowing that the monster is going to be a tremendous force in pushing this promotion to the top?
That's what I came for, Don. You know what I mean? I came to put all my will, all my power behind this, and push this forward. And like I said, make BYB, make Uly Monster, and make it a household name. Where when people talk about bare knuckle, they're gonna bring up BYB first. And I think they've been doing a great job from Mel to Mike to Greg to everybody behind the scenes. They've been doing a great job. They're going on, with the show I'm gonna fight on, if I'm not mistaken, is the 24th show, and data helps with the promotion as well. And I'm looking forward to really putting this on the map, brother. And making a statement out here on January 18th. That'll be my first statement, so I'm ready to make it. I'm working my ass off to do it.
Oh, brother, I'm excited that you're with a promotion. But you said you're here to make a statement. What statement would you like to make to Dey Ali for BYB 23?
Man, I'm coming to knock him out. You know what I mean? There's no hidden agenda here. We know what it is, um, and we're fighters. I know he's coming for the same thing, but the way I'm working and the people I'm working with, it's gonna be hard to do, man. So the stamp I'm coming to make is I'm coming to leave my name and leave, and after this 3-fight deal, I'm looking for a title fight. You know what I mean? So, and if not, if maybe in this deal we'll get a title fight at the end. You never know. But yeah, I'm looking to leave here or be standing in that trigon with a belt strapped to me.
I have a feeling that day's coming. My brother Giovanni Gavanzoni from Atlanta says, "God bless both of you, my friends." And then another brother, Nick Westbrook, says, "You think you can beat that knockout record in the Trigon, big dog?"
Man, you know what? A lot of people ask me. I'm not trying to beat my own record. You know, we already said the fastest knockout in combat sports history. Um, Again, I study my opponents. If I see a weakness in it and we could go for it, then we're going for it. You know.
Who was the mentor that put that never give up mentality into the monster?
You know what, man? It was instilled in me as a kid. My mom never gave up. I watched her struggle, but keep a roof over her head and keep food on the table. And I've always big into motivation and trying to motivate people. And finally, I found my calling when it comes to fighting. And I feel like I help a lot of people, and I help a lot of kids. Like I said, I just came from helping the Special Olympics. I go back to juvenile detention centers. I go back to. Oh, sorry. I go back to ju. Oh shit! Hold on one second. My bad, Don.
Oh, you all
I
right,
go
bro?
back to the juvenile detention center and I help kids and we feed the community. So I'm all about the community, man. And I see people going through their own struggles every day, and that's what you know pushes me never to give up, brother. That's not even in my vocabulary. Just keep it moving, keep going forward. We're all gonna have bad days, overcome and go.
You know, I think this opportunity is going to make a tremendous impact for BYB, but I also think it's going to be a tremendous impact for you because you came in at a time that the promotion is just really taking off. You look at Ike Villanueva, Hurricane. He wants to move on up and fight Donald Linderman. That's going to happen. But you're right there in that position too. You can come back. Well, did we lose you? Oh, there we
No,
go.
no, no, Don, you got me here.
Yeah, but
So
see what's great is you can come back because now you look at that from 185 to the heavyweight division is completely getting stacked for BYB. So
yeah.
I mean, it's really, pretty much an open road for you. One thing I do want to ask about, Uli, sometimes we walk down the street or we walk down a pathway in a park and we walk by a puddle, and sometimes we get that brief look into that puddle and we get to see a look back into us. Who does Uli the monster truly see when you look back into that puddle?
Man, when I look at the man in the mirror, I'm proud of what I see, Don. Tell you the truth, man. Uh, I know I've come a long way. I've beat a lot of odds, and I'm still fighting, man. We're all human. We all get, temptations here and there, and we all, you know, the devil's on our shoulder at all times. But I'm staying on the righteous path, brother, and I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and it's paying off, man. I'm surrounded by the right people, which is a huge thing. Um, and it's been working out, and I'm staying on this road, brother. I'm staying on this road. Like I said, we got this new deal. We're gonna show up. We're gonna show out, and we're gonna keep letting people know that the monster's here.
That's so dope. I hate to bring this back up, but it's a comment out of your own mouth, and I heard it today, and I really want to touch on it because I think it's kind of cool in a way. It says, "You talk shit, get hit." Does that truly describe you, Uli, to the T?
You know what, man? It doesn't. It doesn't, brother. That was the old me, and there's been a couple situations here and there where talking yourself out of a situation or trying to calm a situation down doesn't help, man. And some people just I guess you gotta some people you gotta be the teacher and you gotta teach them something, you know what I mean? And it's unfortunate sometimes, but I keep myself away as far away from those situations as possible, brother, because um I like to be a positive person in people's lives. When you talk to me, I like to talk about positive stuff. So when shit like that happens, which is a normal thing in life sometimes, man, it's you gotta figure out ways around it. But the old me, yeah, man, you talk shit, you get hit, brother. But now we're getting paid to fight, so I try to stay away from that as much as possible.
Oh, I feel you, bro. Like I said, I'm from the LBC originally, so that's a normal everyday occurrence on the street there. You
Absolutely,
know,
absolutely.
what impresses me, bro, is you had a hard life like I did coming up, and now you're giving back to the kids. You're giving back to those who struggle. What was it in the heart of you, Uli, that found yourself giving back, wanting to give back and make changes in other people's lives and let them see that you can come from nothing?
You know what? I work a lot with the homeless, with the kids at juvenile detention center, with the Special Olympics, and those are those are things that are just close to the heart to me, man. Because you know, with the homeless, with the juvenile detention center, those you know, a lot of times, those guys, you know, they had a hard break in life, and I feel like I was in a juvenile detention center as a kid, you know what I mean? And thank God I was able to make it out of it. I even went to prison as a young adult. So I was making able to make a way out of it and turn my life into positive. But you see these homeless people too, and that's just like one wrong turn, one mistake from you know from fucking up your life. You understand what I'm saying? And I could see that. That kind of touches my heart because I know that you know any prior to me turning to fighting, at any moment I could have gone the wrong way and I could have been either dead, back in prison, or you know, living under a bridge, brother. So I try to help out as much as I can, and I, like I said, just give a positive word and show them that somebody out there cares. That's it.
Yeah, so dope, you bro.
Thank you,
I
brother.
admire people like you. Well, because a lot of people want to talk the talk, but they don't want to walk the walk. And coming from the MMA world, of course, a lot of people always brag about themselves, but they really don't follow through like you do. I got to be honest with you. I'm excited for BYB 23. To me, I think, well, before Denver, I said nobody's going to beat South Carolina, and then Denver beats South Carolina. And now I think Florida's just going to totally annihilate the Denver card. I mean, bro,
Let me tell
what you
you,
bring.
not to take anything from anybody, but South Florida's gonna annihilate it. Especially for my first fight, I'm bringing the house down, brother. I'm bringing everybody. Everybody's coming out. I'm walking out with JT Money, old school. You know what I mean? Legend from Miami. So it's gonna be a show, brother. I'm bringing the house down, man. And so it's definitely gonna be hard to beat.
Yeah,
I
bro,
hope,
I
I hope
already
to
know
see.
that.
I hope to see you out there, brother. You gonna make it out?
Yeah, I don't know yet. The way it works with me and Mike is I decide what shows I want to go to, and he brings me out. And right now with my son, he's just now healing up. I probably should, I probably will be, bro. I probably will be there. I'm not 100% yet, but you'll get to see me within the next couple of events. I just have a couple more questions for you because I know you want to get back and help the youth, and I think that's a tremendous thing. What would you like to say to the BYB fans of Florida? You're a Florida native now. What would you like to say to them come BYB 23 on the 18th of January, brother? What could they expect?
What could they expect, man? It's always fireworks when the monster's in the ring, and it's you know what I live by these famous words. I always tell everybody when I'm in the ring and I'm fighting, don't blink, man. I'm you know my fights are fast, my fights are aggressive, and they never go the distance, brother. I always finish my fights within the first 3 rounds, and I'm looking to do that on this fight too. I'm bringing it.
And I can't wait to see you bring it, brother. Let me ask you one more question because I think it's relevant that who was there I had on my show? It was actually Ike Villanueva. He said, sometimes the fighters need to promote the promotion as much as the promotion builds the fighter. What is your take on that? Do you feel that the fighter needs to promote the promotion as much as the promotion promotes the fighter?
I do, man, and I feel when it's cohesive and we work together, you know, it helps every fighter. You know what I mean? For example, when I post about BYB and I'm telling people to tune into BYB because my fight January 18, whoever's fighting on that card January 18 is gonna get eyes on them because my fans are gonna be watching them, and now my fans are tuning into BYB to see who else is on the card, and so it definitely helps the promotion. The promotion definitely helps me, and yeah, it's a win-win situation there.
Yeah, it definitely is. Like I said, I'll give the guy credit today. I watched her interview, but what was it like sitting next to Monica Medina and being able to get a feel for the love of what the fighters have for this promotion? Because if you look at BYB, we treat our fighters differently than any other promotion. We treat them better than any promotion. And quite honestly, I've been with both promotions. I'm with BYB. I'm going to retire with BYB. What does it make you feel like as a fighter, seeing a promotion that truly cares about its staff, its fighters, and everybody the way that BYB does?
Oh, there's nothing like it, brother. There's nothing like it, and you've been in the fight game, you know, uh, light years longer than I have, and you know, man, when you can't trust a promoter, um, all you hear is about fighters getting screwed over, and getting shit deals. And in BYB, you're never gonna hear that, brother. Like I said from the beginning, I know Mike Vasquez way before BYB. Before I even thought about BYB, I knew Mike Vasquez. He's always been a stand-up guy. When he gives you your words, man, when he gives you something, when he tells you something, you could take it to the bank, you could take it to the grave. It's solid, it's set in stone, and that goes a long way for guys like us that are putting our life on the line in the ring, brother.
It really does. You know, brother, I'm just going to ask you one more question because I know you got to get back, and the lighting isn't the greatest, and I know I can get you back on the show after your fight anyway. It's not like you're
Absolutely,
going anywhere.
absolutely. I owe you one
You
with
know,
better lighting. I definitely do, Don.
that's all right, brother. We'll make it happen. You know, at the end of the day, with me, family means more than everything. You know, what would you like to say to your family for standing by your side, being there with you? What would you like to say to your best friend, your mother, as you step into greatness with BYB?
Man, there's no words that I could describe what I could tell my mom, man. She knows I adore her with all my life. She is my right hand woman. She is my angel. She's my everything, as well as my wife, man. My wife Ashley Sabera. She's amazing. She without her, I'd be lost as well. And my son Uly Jr. And Uly Jr. and Caleb. That's my nephew. Those guys, they keep me going. They keep me motivated, and they don't let me give up, brother. They don't let me give up. And like I said, it's not even in me to do it, but they wouldn't let me even if I wanted to.
Yeah, I don't think you would either way, bro. It's just you. Honestly, I don't get very excited when I have fighters on my show, bro. But I watched your boxing career. I watched only a couple of your bare knuckle fights, but I tell you what, whether it be the ring or the trigon, you always bring the heat, my brother. I can't wait for what you bring to BYB 23 Pembroke Pines on January 18th, brother. Go out there, show the world why you're with BYB, and show the world why you deserve to be the champion, brother.
Thank you very much, Don. I truly appreciate it, and I will. I'm gonna show the world why I signed with BYB and why I say I'm gonna be a champion in BYB. And I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much for the opportunity, man. Everybody lock in with the original fighter's voice, Don Mcguire, man. If you ain't with him, you ain't with nobody.
Appreciate you, brother. God bless
Thank you,
you. And
Don.
hey,
God
I'll
bless
get
you.
better light with you next time, bruh.
Yes, sir. Absolutely, brother.
All right, do your thing, bruh. I'm proud of you. You know, I apologize for the lighting, but hey, it is what it is. And Nick Westbrook says, "Hey, thank you, man." And Paul, I'm sorry we had to cut tonight short show tonight short. He's doing some stuff. I didn't realize that we got our times mixed up, but it's all good. Uh, you know, if you have never seen Uli fight before, you really got to. This guy has the fastest knockout in combat sports history. He's truly humble. I mean, he's a great dude. He came from the streets and created something with himself. Now, the reason he's with, tonight while we cut it short, he's with the youth and he's giving back. And we'll have him back on after his fight on the 18th, or maybe we'll try to get him back on again. I didn't know he was in the middle of doing things like this, but uh, we have another show Wednesday, and then we have the White Boy next Tuesday coming into BYB. We're going to do the whole card for BYB 23 on the show this month. We'll get it all done before the 18th. So if you're a big bare knuckle fan, you might want to stick around. I got a couple other shows coming up too. I want to thank my homie Nick Westbrooks, Paul Driscoll, and Giovanni. Um, Hey, I appreciate that, bro. It's just, you got to do with what they give you, and they don't give you a whole lot of time sometimes. And he's right in the middle of things, so we did what we could. I appreciate that. God bless you, Phil. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you, and God bless you too, brother. You know, a lot of people don't know that I've been dealing with a lot of stuff with my son. It's been going on for a little bit over a month now. Everything's kind of settling down, so I'm gonna start getting back to where we need to be, and I appreciate that, Nick. I really do. Um, it's been kind of bittersweet because I got inducted into the National Boxing Hall of Fame. Kind of really haven't been able to enjoy that moment just yet because I've been worried about my son. But God bless all of you. I want to wish all of you a Merry Christmas. I got another show tomorrow, and then we got another show Tuesday before Christmas. or after Christmas. I think it's the day after Christmas, but we're going to start pumping them out, getting back to where we need to be. I want to thank Uly the Monster Diaz for coming on again today. We'll get him back on. Merry Christmas and God bless you all. Thank you so much.